Hey everybody, what's going on? Rob here to do a contest. A little bit ago I hit 250 subs and I wanted to do a contest for that, but I wanted to wait till I got, past that. You know how people are. One day you're in, next day you're out. So the young subs are going back and forth for the longest time, but finally I'm well above it enough now to where I'm comfortable with throwing a contest in appreciation for you guys that sub me and that comment and I become friends with on everywhere, Facebook, text, talk. I mean, there's a couple I've talked to, and I want to do this contest for you guys. I know I just did one a little while ago, but that was kind of a special one for my Eagles. I never got to do one for my 200 subs, so I wanted to do it for 250. I'm going to try to do it every 100 from 250 on, instead, keep it between the hundreds instead of everybody that hits the each 100 mark. I like contests for people. It's just my way of showing a little appreciation for you guys, wasting your time with me, just supporting me. I've said it before in videos and my contest videos that, never in a million years would I think I'd have this many subs. I purely did it for myself and the music, mainly the music, because I hate video. I hate pictures. I hate doing anything like this. So this is generally not me. I'm usually the guy doing this in the photos. But now that I rambled for the first 3.5 minutes, I'm going to get into the contest. It's going to be. I was trying to think of something. I didn't want to do anything that's generic. I usually try to come up with something a little different, like my first two contests. This one, I'm just going to ask you some questions. I don't think any of these are really personal. No, I try to stay away from personal stuff on here because, a story or two is fine, but it's YouTube. We don't need to put our stuff out there. If I'm friends with you or stuff like that, you'll know personal stuff that way. I do have a package in, but I'm not going to open that right now today. So anyway, I got 5 questions, and I got a bonus entry thing that I'm taking from somebody else's contest that I loved when I first came into the VC, a little bit into the VC for a while, and that was Farley's Retro Fan Cave. His last question was, I'll talk about that in a minute, but I got 5 questions. They're kind of random. They do relate to music, but it's just stuff. Usually my contests are easy too, so I'm going to make it a little bit more challenging on this one. So I'm going to read off the questions. I'm not going to show anything. I just want to kind of get this in and out real quick. I'll probably do a video for this coming up, but you don't have to wait for that. You guys can just do it. And again, it's for my 250 subs. And again, thank you guys. I do appreciate it. So anyway, question number 1 is, like I said, it's going to be random but based on music. Number 1 is, I want you to tell me or show me a cover song that you think is better than the original. Very rarely do I find cover songs that are better, but I do have a good 8 to 10 that I think are far better than the original ones. So give me a cover song that you think is better than the original. Tell me the band and the song, so I know what it is. Or show me. I'd rather you show me so I know. That's question number 1, and I'll list all these in my description so you can follow through that way too. Number 2 is, show me your favorite inner sleeve of an album or CD or cassette, I don't care, that isn't a direct copy of the cover. So I don't want to see a cover that's inner sleeve that's exactly the same as the cover of the album. I want you to show me innocently from that album, from an album that is probably almost better inside than it is outside. Does that make sense? Number 3, and I know this has been asked before, but I'm okay with that. Show me a band that you hate, but they have a song that you absolutely love. You know what I mean? Like, for me, it's the Doors. I despise the Doors. If I could wipe one band off the map, that's actually a good question. If I could wipe one band off the face of the planet, the Doors would be, musical history, the Doors would be it. But I absolutely love the song Roadhouse Blues. My band did a cover of that back in the day. That might be why. Let's see, that was number 3. Number 4, this is a little bit personal. What is your most prized possession? I asked this question on some Q&As that people do. What is your most prized possession that has nothing to do with music, family, or friends? So is it a guitar? Is it a specific album? Is it an award you won? Anything like that. Something that you're most proud, your most prized possession, proud of, that has nothing to do with family, friends, or music. Okay, and number 5 is kind of what I was talking about earlier. If you could take, I want to use that reference again. If you could take one band in the history of human beings, music, and wipe it off the map, wipe it off the history charts, what band would that be? And why? You know, for me, it's easy. It'd be Nirvana. As much as I hate the Doors, Nirvana would be the band I would wipe off the map. It's the first band that comes to my head. I think they're not good. I don't care if you understand me for this. I am not a grunge fan. I know I got grunge fan people, and that's fine. That's your thing. It's not my thing. Being from the 70s and 80s, mainly the 80s was my prime time. That shit wiped some of my music off, well, out of the United States. It was everywhere else still, just here because of the following. It kind of made things harder for me to find music and bands that I love still. So I had to import everything and shit like that. So not only did you kind of wipe the music off the map. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out why I stopped. I forgot it was a song. It cost me more money to get stuff I wanted. So anyway, that would be the band I would wipe off the musical world map if I could. And I hate the Doors, so that's how I do a lot. So the question was, again, show me a band that's super popular that you cannot stand and you would wipe off the musical world. Musical history world, whatever you want, however you want to phrase it. And the last one is what I was talking about in the beginning, and that is a idea that Farley's Retro Fan Cave, which is now Farley's independent music channel. I want to link him in my description too. Go resub him. He's back, so resub him because he deserves it. He made a bad choice. So anyway, I'm stealing your question, Chris. And this is for a bonus entry. I want you to do an impression of another VC member as either at the beginning of your video, the end of your video, throughout your video. If you have seen Farley's contest, I forget which one this was. I think it was a 5-question contest, which is kind of what this is too. Vinyl Transmission, another Chris, did an epic contest entry. I'm also going to link him. I'm going to find that video and link it too. I don't know wrestling very well, but I know who Ric Flair or one of those guys he was doing, and it was fucking hilarious. So do an impression of another VC member, And just because it's my contest, you don't have to do me. I mean, all you got to do is sit there and say killer and ramble, and you got me. It could be anybody in the VC. I mean, I pretty much subbed to most of the circle guys. But I don't want you to be a dick. I don't want you to be disparaging. You know, I don't want any of that kind of thing. You can make fun, which is fine, but don't be an asshole about it. And none of the drama bullshit. I don't want any of that involved in this. I won't accept the entry if you do anything like that. So that's it. Again, a cover song you think is better than the original. Show me your favorite inner sleeve that does not look like the cover of that album, that you think is better looking than the actual cover, or just your favorite inner sleeve. Show me a band you hate, but there's a song you absolutely love by them. Number 4 is, what is your most prized possession that is not music, family, or friend related? Number 5 is, show me a band that you would take their musical history and wipe it off the map if you could. And the bonus question is, do an impression of another VC member, either in the beginning of your video, the end of your video, your whole damn video like Chris did. I just want to see those, and that'll be a bonus entry as well. Now, obviously, all the standards apply. You got to be subbed, and don't sub me, and then unsub me after, because you know that's a dick move. You got to let me know in this video, comment below that you made a video. I will do a playlist of, when you tell me you get it, I'll watch it and I'll add it to the playlist for this contest. I usually do that. This way I can remember what's what. And, you know, talk a little bit. Don't just, don't just throw stuff out there. Like I said, I don't make it personal, but I want to know a little bit about you guys. I'm going to run this till the end of May. This gives you a little over 4 weeks. Not quite sure what the prize is going to be, but there will be a Amazon gift card involved. Maybe a little more depending on where you are. Winner will be drawn at the end. I may do 2 things. I may pick my own winner of the Impressions one and send you a little something as well, because I really enjoyed those. And even I did a stupid one. I think that was it. Yeah, I always forget the details of stuff like that. Because I hate saying you gotta sub, but I mean, it's kind of the thing you gotta do. And don't be afraid. I mean, this is a video sub. It's really tough for me to judge something without seeing the video, because you got to show stuff and you got to talk about stuff, and I'm a eye-to-eye kind of person, so I want to watch you talk, as weird as that may sound. So I think that's pretty much it. It'll be a good, usually $30 Amazon card plus whatever else I'm going to throw in on top of that. It really depends on where you are, because it's so expensive to mail out of the country. But, if I ain't got a ton to send out to other people at the time, maybe I will. So it's always kind of, prices are always standard. You get the $25, $30 Amazon. So I'll do the 30 on the low end of the contest and add something else, I'm sure. Again, that's pretty much it. I will leave the questions in the description below as well. I will also leave a link to Farley's channel. I will also leave a link to both Chris's channel, Farley's and Vinyl Transmissions. You gotta watch that video. It's just a classic. I laughed all the way through, and I'm not even a wrestling fan, so that's all you need to know. But anyway, guys, thanks again. I know I say it all the time, but I do appreciate any time you spend here with me. You know, listen to me ramble about music, forget shit, you know, stuff like that.